What's up, you guys? Sorry about the Sorry about the wait. My internet's being very weird and slow, and it looks like I'm missing a lot of frames. So I was like trying to wait until that kind of figured itself out, but it seems that I don't know. It's being weird. Hopefully it'll be okay. What's up? What's up, everybody? Sorry about that. I feel like this is not in focus now. Jeez, what is going on? Okay, that's better. Much better, much better. Great workout music. I'm downloading them. So this is from, I'll show you guys on stream. So this is from this playlist on Spotify. It's from Stream Beats. It's the synthwave. It's the synthwave. Their synthwave, whatever it's called. But yeah, this is what it is. And it's copyright-free synthwave music for your Twitch streams, YouTube videos, and late-night DeLorean rides. So if you want to check those out, there you go. Now you know. You look like you could be a DJ at the coolest quarantine party. That's what I was going for. I feel like 11 would come out throwing hands to this music. That's the vibe, you know? Hello, love from Hawaii. Well, hello. I hope you're having a great day. What's up? What's up? Oh, also, I wanted to let you guys know that these shirts are now available if you want to check them out. They go up to a size 4XL. So if you want to check them out, wordforchangepodcast.com. You can get these, the red shirts now. They are getting out there. And it looks like a lot of people are getting their orders. I got some people tagging me on Instagram. So if you do get anything, make sure you tag me on Instagram so I can see it, because obviously that's awesome. I thought Gymshark was old news. Well, I mean, it's old news in the fact that I was done kind of replying, just like watching the people's reactions to it. But what we're supposed to be doing today is actually talking to the guy that made the video in response to me, and we're going to have a conversation / kind of like debate, I guess. And so, yeah, that's kind of what we're doing today. But we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it'll stay civil and whatnot. I will need to get new workout clothes soon. Mine are starting to get loose. Do it. Get some. Also, if anyone orders anything, I get a notification to my phone and I'm able to shout you guys out. You know what I'm saying? I love a good debate. Hopefully no low blows or insults. Yeah, obviously I hope that too. But it should be starting soon, but I just have to wait. Because I told him 1 o'clock, so that's in about 7 minutes my time. But I've been liking having the little bit of music in the background of the streams. It makes it a little bit more fun, I think. Is there a link for your merch? Yeah, it's about 3 comments right above yours. My order is out for delivery. I keep obsessively refreshing the page to see if they dropped it off. Well, I hope they do, and I hope you get it, and I hope that you love it. Is this your favorite type of music, synth? No, it's definitely not my favorite type of music. I like it, but today I actually listened to it during my workout, and I was like, man, I feel like I'm training for like the '84 Olympics or something. It was fun. It was definitely like a vibe for sure. Like, for sure. You have inspired me to lose 110 pounds. Thank you for all your content. Well, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And congratulations on losing 110 pounds. That's awesome. How do I find the Discord? It's probably posted in the chat, but it'll be posted now that you asked. Because my mods are awesome. Deftron vibes, like someone else said. Yeah, it's like synthwave music, so it's very reminiscent of like the 80s. And like you guys see my background. Like, I mean, I do like the aesthetic. This is the background on my computer on both of my monitors. I like it a lot. So yeah, it's definitely a vibe for sure. Can you greet me, please? My name is Jasam Pedrer. There you go, bro. I got you. I'm down. I'm now almost 50 pounds down. Loving the feeling. Well, congratulations. That's awesome. Today I discovered I lost 6 kilograms after being immobile for 8 months. Well, congratulations. That's awesome. If I could just disappear into a virtual world, I would seriously consider it. This reality is pretty lackluster, not gonna lie. We got an order. We got an order, boys and girls. And others. Shalisa, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoy your red shirt. We can be twins. I love you too, Alex. Started my weight loss journey to being bikini competition ready tomorrow. Thank you for the motivation. Hey, Zach's here. Congratulations. You got it, Jennifer. I believe in you. What's up, Ashley? How you doing? I just want to say I sympathize with that guy's views, even though I agree with you, John. Building an incredible body is a valiant effort, even if the adulation of others is a poor yardstick. I find out how much I'm down tomorrow. I can only weigh once per week due to it being a weight loss study, but so far 6 pounds after 2-ish weeks. Well, there you go. Should teens be in a caloric deficit? I mean, yeah, if you're doing it in a healthy way, then yeah. Shane's Gains, bro. I'm debating you, dude. We got another order. From Brian. Thanks, Brian. We're going to be matching. We wear the same size shirt, Brian. There you go. We're going to be super matching. I am finally under 200 pounds after being above it for the last 8 years. Well, congratulations. I'm sorry to comment again, but I also wanted to say that I really, really appreciate your level head with people and topics that people tend to get too offended by. You're a really nice person. Well, thank you so much. And never complain about commenting. That's what it's all about. That's what a live stream's about, you know? This song right here, this one is lit. This one makes me just like want to run a marathon. Whew. I'm ready. Please, dude, I already greeted you. I know what your username is, dude. You can't have more than one name. Oh, we got another order. Takaya. That's a cool name. Thank you so much. Yeah, like I said, the stream is being kind of laggy. So if it happens, I apologize. Luckily, I can record it on my end. So if it does happen when I re-upload it, it won't be laggy for the actual video. So you really don't have to tell me because I'll know, but there's nothing I can do about it when it's happening. I just kind of have to wait for it. It's being weird today, so I wish I could make it stop, but I can't. I really can't. I love that keyboard. Thank you. John, why didn't you tell me happy birthday? Happy birthday, Kels. Yeah, thank you. This is the Corsair, something or other. I forget the exact name. I'm actually looking at different keyboards. because this one's like really big, and I don't need one that's this big, so I'm looking at 65% keyboard. So they're a lot smaller, and it'll like hopefully not take. Well, it won't take up as much room on my desk, so that'll be nice. Have you tried any other recipes from Gray's cookbook? If so, any that you love? No, I actually haven't really. I haven't really cooked anything from his his cookbook other than like the French toast, just because I am a man of habit, and a lot of those recipes are way out of my normal routine. And especially it's hard for me because I live at the office basically. I'm here like 12 to 14 hours a day. And so I don't have anything to cook with other than a microwave. So it's hard to really make other food. And so I'd have to like make food and then like bring it to the office. And it's just, yeah. How often should I weigh myself? Once a week or every 2 weeks? You should weigh yourself as much as you feel is necessary. Everyone is going to be a little bit different on that. My birthday was Saturday. A little happy birthday to all the Virgos and Leos. I'm a Scorpio. The cookbook is amazing. Scorpios are elite. I just subbed. Well, thank you so much. We got another order. So I'm just waiting for him to reply. And then we can start the conversation. Gisela, thank you so much. I appreciate it very much. All right, he said he's ready. So let's turn off this music because that would be distracting. All right. I'm not sure if he wants to do... How are you today, John? I'm doing good.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you. Awesome,
Okay.
awesome.
Let's see if... Let me just make sure. I'm just going to wait for stream to say they can hear you because sometimes it's weird.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Hey, John, are you selling stringer takes? Not right now.
Yeah, is everything good?
Yeah, dude, I'm doing good, man. I was just jamming to some 80s music.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I was watching that. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
All right, cool. So they can hear you. So I'm just going to hit record
Awesome.
on this. You don't want video, I'm assuming, right?
I can if you want. I can turn on my camera if you want me to. I don't mind.
It's all your choice, dude.
Let me see how it looks. Hold on.
For sure.
Oh, now my camera's not working. I don't know what the problem is.
It's okay.
Sorry
we
about
can just talk, dude. No big
that.
deal.
Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah.
All right, man. So you obviously made the response video to me. I kind of want to give a little bit of background for people that might not know exactly, right? So Gymshark posted a picture it's been like a week ago now, where they showed a girl that was not necessarily super shredded and stuff, right? And then there was a lot of backlash behind that, and then I made a video about it, and then you made a response, and then we kind of started talking in the DMs. You were like, I would love to talk, and kind of you said you wanted to like share your opinions a little bit more. So I was like, cool, let's do it. And you were like, yeah, I'd like to do it on stream, and I was like, that's awesome. So that's what we're doing now.
Yeah, so I mainly had a contention with one of your characterizations of me. I had a contention with a few other things, but some stuff has developed actually on the Gymshark page, which makes a lot of my points redundant now because of what they've done. So I'm going to probably step back on a few things. But the first thing was really how you spoke about you thought that I would be the kind of guy if there was like a larger person in the gym to say like, oh, why is this person in the gym and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Where I don't really like take on that characterization anyway. Like I've devoted a lot of my time to making people who may be like larger, who may be less physically fit, trying to help them to be more physically fit. That's why I want to go into the profession of personal training and stuff like that. So I wouldn't say like if there was a big person in the gym, I wouldn't like tell them to leave the gym or anything. That's where they're meant to be, right? That's my
Yeah.
whole that would be my ideology behind it.
Hmm.
So that was like one of the mischaracterizations, which I just want to clear up real quick.
Yeah, I mean, so when I'm doing like the reactions and stuff, I was trying not to necessarily attack you as a person, more the ideas, right? And so what I was trying to say was a lot of the people that share your same beliefs and speak in the way that you're saying, and like work, especially the people that were leaving the comments on Gymshark's post, right? They would be the same people that would be like, this person blah 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 doesn't belong in the gym because they're big, kind of thing. Again, obviously I can't say that everyone that would say that has those beliefs, but it was more just like, this is what you see when people are, you'll see some people will be like, oh my gosh, like people need to work out, people need to lose weight, like this is like a serious thing. But then they'll also go and make fun of, you know, the woman or the dude that is in the gym that is overweight, that is sweating their butt off on the elliptical or something like that.
Yeah, I can understand that. That for me personally, I just want to clear up that that's not a point that I personally hold. That's not something which I would defend in any way. If there's somebody at the gym and they're bigger, it doesn't really matter to me. It's like you just get your work done in the gym, and then I have
So
no problem with that.
how do you feel about when people will like they'll film like a bigger person and kind of make fun of them? Because I had a friend of mine, Nancy, who had a dude that like filmed her when she was working out and was like making fun of her. How would that make you feel?
Oh, that's disgusting, in my opinion.
Okay.
First of all, filming someone without their consent is already a big problem. Second
Hmm.
of all, insulting that person is a big problem. And then third of all, you're insulting that person because of their weight at the gym. It doesn't make too much sense to me. It's like insulting, I don't know, like a cancer patient when they're at the hospital. It's like they're there to effectively get the treatment, to not be in that state anymore. You get what I mean? It
Yeah.
doesn't make yeah.
So okay, so then going to like Gymshark, let's talk about the actual post. You had a pretty big issue with the woman being on the page, and I'm kind of curious as to, because what I think is interesting is I think that there is a difference between like a sponsored athlete and then just a post on a page, because I don't believe that she is like a sponsored athlete by Gymshark. And so I feel like a lot of the you were making like a lot of false equivalencies, I feel like, because you were like, what was so strange to me, and I'm sure you saw the video, was you would compare being a Gymshark athlete, or even her, right? She was just posted on, so just being posted on Gymshark's Instagram page, the same as being in the Olympics or winning an Olympic gold medal. And I'm just curious, like why do you think that you see those so similarly?
So generally, the sort of dichotomy which I was trying to draw here was the point that Gymshark, how they portray themselves, seems to be very much how this has changed now in some recent posts which they put out, but it seemed to be at the time where they only showed like the best of the best physiques. Apart from every now and again, the more I look back, the more I find some examples of this. But it seems to be that they would only show like the best of the best physiques, and then for them to not show one of these amazing physiques, it just kind of seemed weird to me. That was my main point.
Well, I mean, okay, that's fine. It's fine if it seems weird, but the video you made, that wasn't what you were saying. Like you weren't just saying, it seems weird. You were like, it seemed like you were genuinely upset about it. And so that's what I'm trying to understand. Now, I've said this before, and I want to kind of like give you an olive branch or whatever, because I do believe there is genuine criticism to be levied against Gymshark. I do. What is that criticism? I'm sure you can kind of guess what I'm going to say. But they have built their brand on posting mostly super jacked dudes, super jacked women, super fit people, right? That's kind of what they've built their brand up. And there's a lot of people that are fans of their brand that look up to those people, and they have turned it into some, I was joking around in my video, but they've turned it into some ethereal, like holy like trinity of like Gymshark, when in reality, I mean, it really is just a clothing brand, you know? And so I can understand being like, man, Gymshark themselves have, you know, if you want to use the whole like unfair beauty standards, unrealistic beauty standards, they themselves have put themselves in that, right? You could say they're a big proponent of that for men and women, right? I would say that you can't argue that, and I wouldn't argue that they haven't done that. But it seems, as from the posts I've seen, and I think you saw it today, right? They posted they posted a bunch of people that were, you know, you wouldn't consider regular people on Gymshark, right? There's a bigger guy, bigger woman, some skinnier people, whatever. And so it seems as though they really are trying to step back from that. And so for me, it's like, I can understand the argument that Gymshark has helped create these unrealistic beauty standards, but it does seem that they are trying to maybe mitigate that, and it doesn't seem like it was a one-off post. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, especially from like the post today. The guy was I looked a bit into the man's account.
Yeah, he's like a
I
model.
don't, yeah. He's a male model. So I'll scroll down. His first post is a Gymshark post. So I'll start reading this post. It says, "Another goal accomplished. Thank you, Gymshark, for allowing me to become your first big and tall male model." And this was posted back in August in 2019. So it seems that Gymshark has been doing this for a while. I don't know whether they've been doing it more like I don't know how to say it. Not like posting it on their Instagram, or they've just been doing it like behind the scenes or what. But it seems like they've been trying to do this for a while. And yeah, I think that's fine if that's what they want to try and move into. However, if you want to try and move into this thing, I could also understand backlash. There will always be backlash generally whenever like you've built your brand off this thing and now you want to diversify, or you just want to completely change and move into this new branding for yourself. I think it's fine to do that, but I also understand the backlash. And my video is kind of trying to flesh out some of those comments, which were like very rudimentary, I guess you could say. And try to understand where these people are actually coming from. You get what I mean? Yeah.
So, the other thing that I thought was interesting was, I would like to understand, like, why is it that you feel that Gymshark is some huge like accomplishment? Like, why is that to you? Because I struggle to really understand, like, feeling like, I guess maybe because I've been in this scene for a long time. I was around when Gymshark first started, and I've always seen them as like, they're a big clothing company, and it's not like I'm sitting here trying to say that they, you know, they're garbage or whatever, but it is just a clothing company. And so I'm why do you feel that it is so this huge accomplishment to be sponsored by Gymshark?
Um. So let's just begin with just like being featured on the page, and then we'll like go into being sponsored or whatever it may be. So Gymshark right now has 4.7 million followers. If you were to be, let's say, a smaller, not really smaller, let's say you had like 10K followers or whatever it may be like that, that could greatly increase how many followers you have at the time. That increase of followers may open up more business opportunities for you to move into, allowing you to potentially make more money in the field and actually get situated in the field of fitness. If we were to go into actually being sponsored by them, I mean, when you're sponsored by Gymshark and you become a Gymshark athlete, this is like a job for these people. And I don't know like how well paying the job is at all, but I would assume the status which it brings you among other clothing companies is is enough to warrant it as being impressive, along with the money which you actually get from the job, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've been sponsored by companies, and a lot of times it's there's different levels. Sometimes the company will pay you a monthly fee, and then they'll
Mm.
also you'll get percentages because everyone has codes and stuff like that, so you get percentage of those. Sometimes you just get free product, and then you also get percentages of all the the codes that people use. And I'm sure with Gymshark, it's probably a pretty high amount because Gymshark has literally always been about their athletes' codes, right? It's like since the
Mm.
beginning of Gymshark, they were one of the first companies, at least fitness wise, that did that, right?
Yeah.
So I'm curious. So I a lot of what you said, and I obviously a big thing that I had a problem with your video was you were saying that Gymshark was devalued because of that post, and I would love
Mm.
to hear a little bit more like why you thought that. Do you still think that? Your reasoning behind that.
Well, I think hmm, it's hard to say a devaluation. I don't really think maybe like a revaluation, maybe a better word, since they've seemed to push for this more. Would probably be the word which I use now. They seem to push more for like a body positive sort of aesthetic to their page, which I think is fine. So the devaluation point was pretty much to say that showing so they showed all these like amazing impressive physiques for the most part. On their page, and then they were to move into these less impressive physiques, so to say. So I would say for people who are used to having all these impressive physiques on their page, I would say for those people, the page may be devalued if they like looking at those impressive pictures, right?
Hmm. I mean, I guess that obviously that's going to be really subjective. So that one's kind of hard, I guess, like because you're using a lot of like to that person, to this person. Obviously, I can't speak for every person, but I would say in general, I think including more people is only a good thing, right? And it's not like, and I even said in my video, like it's not like they're showing. They showed some like really, really large person that was eating a bag of chips that was wearing Gymshark. Like it
Mm-hmm.
seems like these people are still are still moving their bodies, right? Their Gymshark is still very much so an athletic, I guess you could say athleisure now brand. Would you
Mm.
agree with that?
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that.
Okay, so I'm just kind of curious because it seems like because I know that you've said that you've kind of switched what you believe, so I don't want to keep bringing things up and then you kind of, I don't want to say backtrack, but you kind of switch what you said in the video. So I guess a better
Um,
way to go about this would be what has changed since the video you made, just so I'm not bringing things up and then it's like you're like, well, no, actually, I think this now.
yeah, yeah. For the people who like are saying I'm backtracking, I mean, true. To an extent, I am backtracking. There were ideas which I held in that video, which I don't necessarily hold anymore.
Which
Doing
which
more research.
which ones are those? Just so we're clear.
Uh, Yeah, so I feel like the whole devaluation point like we talked about before isn't necessarily true.
Okay.
It seems as if they've changed their brand quite a bit now, which is fine. The point about the women's body positivity, body empowerment movement solely being featured on their page obviously isn't true anymore since they featured a man on there, which in my opinion is quite a big deal. I think that's quite cool. Um, those are the two major ones. There may be other things which I may have changed, but those were two major ones.
And so what would you say, because I'm just trying to get to where we disagree so we can actually have a conversation about that, right? Because I think that'll be more informative than us just kind of agreeing on things, because all of those things that you said obviously I agree with, right? Like that's
Hmm.
and I agree. And one thing, I think it's great that you can own that you backtracking, or I don't even want to call it that because that means it's a negative thing, but you've changed your opinions, which I think is a
Yeah.
good thing for anyone in
Hmm.
any capacity. Like you should be able to change your opinions. Like that's a
Hmm.
totally fine thing, and I'm not trying to make you to be like got you. That's not what this is about. I'm trying to
Yeah.
understand where we disagree so we can have a conversation about that. And so
Yeah.
I guess a better way to go about this is where do you believe we disagree so we can have that conversation.
I think we disagree intrinsically on like how meaningful or meaningless being posted on Gymshark or being a Gymshark athlete actually is. I feel like that's mainly where we disagree.
Okay.
I personally think being posted on Gymshark, being a Gymshark athlete is an extremely impressive thing. Also something which you said it was not a good goal to strive for
Oh,
to
yes,
become a
yes,
Gymshark
yes. Yeah,
athlete.
yeah, yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
that's
Good, good,
probably
good.
something else. Yeah.
Okay, I'm okay. I'm glad you brought that one up. That's a good one. I mean, those videos were freaking long, right? So
Yeah.
I
I
forgot.
mean, true.
Probably should have watched it before this, but that
No.
was one that I think that we definitely do disagree on, and
Mm,
I think it might come down to literal just like how we worded things, which I hope it's not just that because that's kind of boring,
mm,
but so I know that you said like people will train, and then so I took that literally, right? You said people train their whole lives to be Gymshark
mm.
athletes, which one I think that's a little false because Gymshark hasn't been around that long. So I doubt
Yeah,
that
yeah,
there's
yeah, yeah.
many people that are training their entire lives to be Gymshark athletes. But for me,
Mm,
I guess being in this space and like being an influencer of the size that could be sponsored by Gymshark, right? Not saying I
mm.
want to, but like that is an option for me. I'm sure if I really, really wanted to make it happen.
Yeah.
But I personally have no real need to be sponsored by Gymshark or any other real clothing company. And so I guess maybe that to me is why it makes it so strange that some people like really do make that a goal of theirs. Because for
Mm,
me, when it comes to fitness and when it comes to like, the content that I make, the stuff that I put out there, it really is the first thing is about helping people and informing people, right? That's the
mm,
first thing. And so for me, I think it's strange if someone gets into posting on social media, trying to improve their physique and stuff like that. And one of the main hopes they have is to be sponsored by Gymshark. I just think
mm.
that is a very weak thing to set up a thing that you're literally, like you were saying, training your whole life for, or however many years, 7 years, 8 years, like of putting time in the gym, hours and hours and hours. And so do you get what I'm saying there?
Yeah, yeah, I get what you're saying. So generally, I guess I would just fundamentally disagree. I think if you're putting in hours and hours into the gym for the end result, for you to hopefully become like a gym suck athlete or an athlete for any clothing brand, whatever it may be, I don't necessarily think that that's a sad or weird goal because at the end of the day, that goal could very well like be a job or be the precursor to you getting a job.
Mm-hmm.
It could very well be like a good source of income for you. May very well may to you just seem cool. I think I see it as lot as like somebody maybe like running for a marathon or something like that. I see it sort of similar to that, where you're working out and training for this goal, which at like surface value may seem sort of like vacuous and sort of meaningless, but it's like it's a bit deeper than that. You know what I mean?
Okay, so this is where I think we disagree. So I
Okay.
understand what you mean, but I
Mm,
think with Gymshark sponsorships and any sort of sponsorship, if that is out of your control, you can't do a single thing about that. You could literally be super popular and be at the top of your game, have an insane physique, and Gymshark could still be like, I don't want to sponsor you. We don't want to sponsor you, right? But I'm glad that you brought up the marathon thing because if you train for a
mm,
marathon, that's up to you. If you run the marathon, you ran the marathon. There's no one that can tell you not to run the marathon, right? Unless something crazy happens. But like, and then on top of that, if you are training to run a marathon, who knows? And you're really talented, maybe Brooks will decide to sponsor you. Maybe
mm,
Nike will decide to sponsor you, right? So that's where we disagree because I think a sponsorship is an added benefit to the work that you've put in for something
mm.
instead of the sponsor is the entire reason. Do you get what like how that is a different? I feel like that's such a different way of looking at it. Like if you want to improve your physique because you want to win the Olympia, and I know that's a little bit different because it is subjective instead of a marathon, which it's like whoever finishes first wins, right? But
Yeah,
like
yeah.
if you train to win the Olympia or win physique, what XYZ thing, and you do that and you win, that's great. But if you decide to do that and then in response to that, you gain followers, you end up, you have a really fantastic physique, and then Gymshark notices that or whatever. I know we keep using Gymshark because that's what we've been talking about, but any other clothing
Mm,
company notices that, and then they decide to be like, hey, we would love to sponsor you. I just think that is a much better way to go about it because you are not relying on outside sources to validate you, right? Instead, you
yeah.
are relying on what you can control, right? We go back to the marathon. You can control your training. You can control how much work you're putting in versus I hope this company likes me. Do you get what I'm saying
Yeah,
there?
yeah. Yeah, I understand that. Here's an interesting idea, right? So if you go onto Gymshark's page and you look at all of the athletes, you'll see I don't think any of them, if there is any, maybe like one or two, have actually trained their whole lives, metaphorically speaking, for like as long as Gymshark's been out to
Mm-hmm.
become a Gymshark athlete. It's actually an extremely rare thing if it happens at all. So
Yeah,
so
exactly,
from that,
exactly.
yeah. So from that, if you actually wanted to be a Gymshark athlete, you would have to know that in order to be a Gymshark athlete, your main goal shouldn't be to be a Gymshark athlete. Your main goal should be to like provide content for your audience to do this, to do that, and then with that
Provide
being
value, I would say, even more than
yeah,
just
yeah, yeah,
content, right? Yeah.
yeah, provide value, yeah, yeah. And then with that, but becoming sponsored by Gymshark, that may come along down the road, I guess you could say. But I still think inherently, if one of your main goals is to be sponsored by Gymshark, I think that is an okay goal to have, and then when we look into the subjectivity of it, right? The fact that you're being like judged by somebody who doesn't necessarily like have the same objective standards which you may have from being posted on the Gymshark page. When it comes to that's kind of the whole idea which I was making in my original in my original video, when I was talking about the need for Gymshark to become more meritocratic, to make it so that if you have a good enough physique and this certain amount of followers, then you should, well, it's not that you should, it's more that it'll be like cool, it'll be really good if you were to be like posted on their page. You get what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say it's not valuable to be posted on their page. Of course it is, right? They have
Mhm.
millions of followers. Of course, right? If they posted me, I'm sure I'd get an influx of followers. I'm not saying that
Mhm.
it's not. And again, I'm not saying that if maybe in the back of your head you'd be like, I would love to be sponsored by Gymshark. Of course, there's nothing wrong with that. Just like in the back of my head, man, if Nike hit me up, I wouldn't be mad. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, of course,
but
of course.
but again, like there is no in the work that I'm putting into building my physique or building my brand or building my all the things that I'm building. There is no. It's not because I would like to be sponsored, right? Like
Mhm.
sponsors see value, and like that's what I said in the video, right? So a sponsorship is a partnership. That's what it is,
Mhm.
right? So if just because you have a really nice physique, like Gymshark doesn't care. I'm sure they,
Mhm.
it's nice, but it's like if you have a really nice physique and you have 500 followers, I can almost guarantee you they're not going to sponsor you, right? Now,
Mhm.
if you have a crazy physique and you wearing all Gymshark gear, maybe they'll post you on their page, which again is
Mhm.
different than being sponsored. Like there's a difference
Yeah, yeah.
between being a sponsored athlete and then having a post on Gymshark's page. Like those are not the same thing. But like
Mhm.
so like I was saying is sponsorships are a partnership. And so I just think that you shouldn't be going into it like really hoping to be sponsored, because I think as an athlete or a content creator or something, you're putting yourself in a position of just taking whatever you can get, which is now not strong for you as the person that's trying to get sponsored, right? Like if it's very clear from Gymshark or whatever company that you're trying really hard to just be sponsored and that's all you care about, I'm telling you the deal that you get from that sponsorship would probably not be as good if you were just doing your thing and they like reached out to you and then they were like, "Hey, we would love to have a conversation." Do you get what I'm saying there?
Yeah, yeah. So in that situation, Gymshark would obviously have more bargaining power than you, but because you're practically going to them begging them for a sponsorship, right? They
Yeah.
would obviously have more bargaining power. Yeah, but I think where we may find middle ground here is what would happen if you were to work out, and then one of your main purposes of working out was to be just sponsored by a fitness brand in general, not necessarily Gymshark. What do you think about that?
If you got sponsored because you work out?
So let's say like one of the main reasons why you're working out is to get sponsored by a clothing brand, but not specifically Gymshark. So since now we have like more clothing brands which are available, the likelihood of you getting sponsored by one increases. Does that like change your argument at all? Or?
I mean, not necessarily. It's just I think like I think back about a lot of friends of mine and people that I followed back in the day that got. I'm sure we have all gotten the messages from those freaking terrible clothing companies of like, hey, like if you hashtag fitness on your page, hey, love your stuff, would love to sponsor you, right? Send us a
Oh
message,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So if
My,
that
my,
is
my,
if
my comments are just full up with that.
yeah, of course, right? And so if that is your goal, I'm telling you, you're going to get had by those companies much easier than if you were like, I'm doing this because I want to do it and I'm going to wait for a good opportunity to come my way. Or not even think that, and then it just does, right? Then this big company that you've respected, you're wearing them anyways because you like it. Like you get to have a much better place of bargaining than if you were like tagging them and like really like all your posts are about trying to get sponsored by Gymshark or whichever like enter whatever clothing company you want.
Yeah, I don't I think the main point where we disagree is I I, I will agree with you that that is a better way of going about it. But for some people who've dedicated a lot of their lives to fitness and and who may have a lot betting on like their fitness career, I think these people don't necessarily have the luxury of a sponsorship just like rolling around for them. I think these people need to actively seek out sponsorships. You get what I mean?
I mean, I do understand where you're coming from, and I know that you brought up like Matt does fitness, as someone that like messaged Gymshark, but like I can
Mm,
tell you, like I know Matt, like we're friends. He's come and
mm,
visited me from the UK, right? I know that he was not doing YouTube videos and like like he, I mean, he was a PE teacher before he was ever even posting videos on YouTube. So I know
yeah.
that his goal with posting videos was not to get sponsored, and I think like eventually he got to a point where he saw that it might be useful to be sponsored by Gymshark. But I think that it is different than starting out hoping that you get XYZ sponsorship. I just think
Mm.
that there's a difference there.
Yeah, I would agree that your idea is better, but for somebody who is in the position where they don't have any employment, they don't have a job, they may not have like a wide array of skills outside of just fitness. I I think for these people the situation is a bit more like is a bit more difficult, is a bit more dire. You get what I mean? But because if they don't get this sponsorship, it could be like financially detrimental for them.
Well, I mean, but that's not Gymshark's fault.
Yeah. Of course, it's not. That's the same with like any employer. It's not any employer's fault if somebody who tries to work with them, if they reject that person and they're like I don't know, destitute or whatever it may be. It's not the employer's fault. It's never the employer's fault.
I
I would
mean,
agree with that.
I don't I don't know if that's a fair thing, dude. Like because like if you if you are genuinely chasing a Gymshark sponsorship and you are like to the point where you can't afford groceries, like you need to set your priorities a much different way. Like that is I'm sorry, that is I can't get behind that analogy at all. Like if you're destitute to a point where you're not going to be able to buy food or rent and you are still currently really stressed out about getting sponsored by Gymshark, like that means you yourself have some things you need to get situated in your life.
Yeah. The analogy wasn't directly to the Gymshark thing. It was just like anybody who owned a business who denied who denied to hire someone, or
Well,
like wouldn't be able to
that's
pay
but
your
that's
gym
different.
membership.
But that's different. Like, it's being hired. Again, a sponsorship is not the same as working for a company. So, again, it's like, it seems like there are people, and I'm not saying you, but it seems like a lot of the people that were commenting the mean things. 'Cause I want to get back to the actual post, right? Because we went
Hmm.
off the rails. A lot of the people that were commenting these really nasty and mean things were it felt like they felt personally attacked because they had been trying to get sponsored by Gymshark. And for me, the thing that I don't understand is, do you really think that you commenting this stuff, saying this ain't it or this is disgusting or throw up emoji, is going to make Gymshark want to work with you? Like, that is what I do not understand. Like, feeling personally attacked by this post of this girl that, I mean, I found out later that she has gotten over a few eating disorders, and that is why, like, she used to be really, really skinny, and yeah, she might have a little bit of more fat on her body, but she is in a much healthier place mentally. And then, like, I got heated because now I'm thinking, imagine being her reading those comments. Like, that was what got me so heated. And so that's what I'm trying to understand is, like, how do people, I mean, and I know what it is because they have been marketed to by Gymshark very hard, and they think Gymshark is this above everyone else brand, when in reality they are just a clothing brand that is trying to make money. Like, that's it, right? Like, would you disagree with that?
No, I wouldn't disagree with that at all. I think the people who are commenting that need to get some stuff straightened out in their lives. Honestly, the people who are commenting ick and that's disgusting. I think that's pretty reprehensible personally. And
How old are you?
I'm 18.
18. Ah, okay. Do you have a girlfriend?
Not currently.
No.
What is that?
Well, because I was just like, I like, for me, when I saw that stuff, I was just like thinking if my girlfriend was in that position, and I think that that's what really, like, made it to where, like, I felt it personally, because, like, I know my girlfriend has body issues, and, like, she struggles with that, and she was telling me, like, reading those comments on that post really messed with her, right? And so that's what I said in my video, was it wasn't just the girl in the post that I was like, man, that sucks. It was for way more other women and dudes that are going to be reading these posts, and they're going to say, wow, I kind of look like that girl. And they're going to be seeing all of these people saying, oh, that's disgusting, that's nasty. Again, I'm not saying you were like, yeah, good, say that, you guys, like, get them. I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying, like, that is why I was so passionate about that stuff. Do you understand where I'm coming from?
Yeah. I completely I mean, I can yeah. I get where you come from. Like, I get that. That makes sense to me.
And so I guess, like, for me, going forward, I'm kind of curious as to, because I'm assuming you've been a fan of Gymshark, and, like, I would hope so, at least, or else I really want to understand why you made the video. But, like, do you, like, are with their new direction, because it certainly has, they like, if you look at their posts now, right, from a month ago, they have certainly changed, like, right? Like,
yeah, 100%.
So what do you think about that? I'm just kind of curious about your thoughts on that, because I know you said your views have changed because they have posted, I mean, granted, it's only been one guy, right, so far, but at least it seems like they're putting their money where their mouth is in that aspect.
Yeah, I'm not obsessed with like a lot of the comments on my video were like, oh, you know this guy's got like trapped into the marketing scheme. The funny thing is, I've never even bought from Gymshark before in my life. So if it's a marketing scheme, they didn't do a very good job at it. But yeah, if Gymshark wants to do that seems fine to me. There's other pages. I got Vanquish if I want to just see crazy impressive physiques. So yeah, if they want to do that, go on. I see.
So you haven't even ever spent any money on Gymshark?
Not a dime, not a cent, not a penny.
Okay, so I'm just really trying to understand, like, what motivated you to make that video then?
I saw your video and I was like, oh, and then I hit record and then I uploaded it. There wasn't really too much more to that, if I'm being honest.
So there was no, man, I was really hoping that there was more of a connection to it than just, I wanted to make this video because I disagreed with it, which is fine. And I'm glad that you made the video. I thought it was really interesting to hear your points and be able to talk about it. And then we were able to do this, but I was kind of hoping that there would be more to it than just that.
Well, no.
How do you, really. Are you, like, do you really love fitness? I know you said that you're trying to become a personal trainer.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of curious, so if you had a client that, imagine your client was that girl that was posted on Gymshark, and then she was explaining to you, like, all these people saying these things, would you come back at her with the same way that you responded to me? Would you be
Oh
like,
wait,
well, you don't really deserve to be there, you just started
wait.
6 months ago.
Sorry, say that again.
So if you want to be a personal trainer, right? So most likely you're going
Hmm.
to be training individuals that aren't super fit people, right? Probably a lot
Yeah,
of
yeah.
them are probably going to be overweight. So say
Mm,
if your client was that woman that was
mm,
posted on Gymshark and she came up to you and said, "Hey, look at what I'm dealing with. This is really really hard for me." Would you respond with, "Well, like Gymshark is a really prestigious page, and like you should have expected it, like I'm sorry." And I'm saying, like, she has all the followers, she like you because you made the point, like she has a bunch of followers, she should be fine. Like, would you
mm.
say you should have expected it? Like, how would you respond to that girl, to your client?
Okay, so if I was to just be training this woman here, and she was to bring it up, it's probably gotten to her to a pretty large extent to just be bringing it up in conversation. If that was the case, I definitely wouldn't say that. I'll probably be a lot more like consoling. I'll be a lot more tender, a lot more nice about the situation if that was the case.
So what's the difference between that and then, is it just because it's someone that's on the internet that you don't know?
No. That's not necessarily the reason. So the main reason was that how can I explain this? So pretty much the the points which you made in your video, I simply felt that some of those points were incorrect in some ways. I don't think that this person like has a bad physique in any way. I just don't think that she has like the most amazing physique, right?
Yeah, I mean,
That,
and I would agree. I wouldn't say that she has an amazing physique. I think that would be lying. But that doesn't mean that it gives you, not you, but gives people the right to bash the person on the page, right? Even if, like, I think even if the comments were like not super toxic, but still
mm,
negative, that
mm.
I still think is unnecessary. Like,
Yeah,
I
I'd
still
agree.
think that isn't needed, right? I think
Mm,
that post, there was nothing wrong with it. And like, not just the post that were like, "Ick, this is disgusting," with the throw up emoji, but even
mm.
the posts of like, "This ain't it," right? Even the
Yeah,
really
yeah.
simple ones, or like that super long one that you seem to agree a lot with. Like, even that isn't helping, and it's unnecessary. It's unnecessary for that post.
Okay. So when it comes to the super long one, I think the super long one is a lot different to like the ick or the yuck comments, but because it's more it seemed to be a lot more constructive criticism than just like trying to tear the person down. You get what I mean?
I mean, again, but that's the whole thing. Constructive criticism. Why are we criticizing it? Like, why does it need to be criticized? Because we wouldn't criticize a woman that was jacked that was on Gymshark. So why do we need to criticize a woman that is, I wouldn't even call her overweight, just has a little bit of fat on her body? Because especially, she was literally
Mhm.
sitting down. Like, I mean, I look worse because I have loose skin, but like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not. Do you get what I'm saying there? Like,
Yeah,
why
yeah.
do we need to criticize it?
Yeah. So well, I think the main critique which people were making, like as I hold on a second, there seems to be some sort of problem with my like wait, can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
I
you.
think something. Okay. Yeah. So during my video, like a lot of the points which I was making, would you? I, wait. There seems to be some sort of problem. Hold on. Let me go and then I'll come back. I think there's some sort of problem with my thing here.
Okay.
Huh?
Hello, I can hear you now.
Awesome. Can you say what you said again? Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, so what I was saying was, why do we need to criticize it, right? Because you said that the constructive criticism was warranted on the woman that was posted that had a little bit of extra fat on her body, and to be frank, right, she's sitting in a really unflattering way, which would make pretty much anyone look not ideal. So why do we need to criticize that versus a super fit woman or whatever?
Yeah, so I think the main critique which people are making is that that wasn't like the level of Gymshark physique which they had before on their page. People seem to be confused about this. You see what I mean?
They seem to be confused. I can understand maybe being confused, but again, I don't think like we're talking about that specific comment. I don't think that comment was just, "Oh, I'm so confused. I haven't seen this before." Like it wasn't that. It was like, this, I don't agree with this, and this is why. And so I think that is different than being like, "Oh, this is interesting. This is different." Do you see the difference there?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think that people were annoyed because they were used to seeing this content from Gymshark, and then Gymshark changed up their content, and then they started to critique this woman to make this woman maybe turn into a model which fits more into the Gymshark aesthetic. Maybe I'm not too sure what those specific people's points were.
Yeah, I mean, I can't expect you to know exactly what everyone was thinking, but like for
Yeah.
me, I think without a doubt, yes, they are changing what they've been putting out, 100%. But I don't think that's necessarily a negative thing. And like I know from personal experience, when you change something, people get mad. Like right, whenever I do something different on my channel, people get upset about it. It is just what it is. It's how life is, especially when
Yeah.
you're a big company that has a huge following. You announce something, there's gonna be a group of people that are upset, right? And so what was really just sad was it seemed like the people that were upset were having a lot of fun bringing this girl down, and my video at the end of the day was to be like, this isn't cool, and this should not be normal. Like, this shouldn't be a normal thing that people do. And like, that's what I stand by, and that's what I'll continue to talk about, and that's what I'll continue to stand by, because I think that it's wrong, and I don't think that it's necessary, especially a fitness page. Like, if they are showing other people that are on their journey in fitness, whether or not that's super fit or just getting started or in the middle, I think that that's a totally valid place, and I think that that should be shared on Gymshark and or Nike, or Nike's been doing stuff like that forever, but like any other clothing company, athletic company, I think that they should be able to do that without people being like absolute jerks about it in the comments.
Yeah, I agree. I don't really have too much to say on that. I just agree.
All right, man. Well, I think that's about it. I think that's about everything. Um,
A few things which I do want to bring up. So
okay.
so so a lot of people in your comments and in my comments calling me an incel. So I didn't even know what this was, but before, right? So I look so I looked into it a bit, and now I'm just kind of confused. Why I don't really know where that came from. The whole incel
So
comment. But
so the
yeah.
whole incel thing it's based on a lot of men, and I think it might be a little bit different because you are pretty young. So shoot, man, you might not want to do anything with a woman right now, which is totally fine, right? You're 18 years old. I'm not saying you need to do anything, but I think where it comes from is that a lot of people that are quote unquote incels, which stands for involuntary celibate, right? So they would like to be with a woman, but they
Okay.
under their own thoughts, they feel like they can't, right? So a lot of
Yeah.
the people that get really far down that rabbit hole, they start to be like, women don't deserve me, and then they start to be overly mean, and they start to be overly like critical of women, and saying like
Okay.
a lot of like basically being like, oh, this woman's disgusting, like so that's a thing that happens with a lot of like incel. It becomes like really misogynist, and like men deserve XYZ, women should be subservient, and then but again
Okay.
it goes into more than just that. Like it permeates
Mhm,
everything. It permeates how some men talk, how they think,
mhm,
um,
mhm,
and so that's where I think, because I mean I'm not trying to be mean, dude, and like I'm just trying to explain this, okay? Because I'm not trying to
mhm.
say you are one or anything like that, because
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
think
yeah.
that's
Go ahead. Go
necessary.
ahead.
But
Yeah.
I think the reason people were drawing those parallels was because I can almost guarantee you a lot of the arguments you are using are the same arguments people that are that call themselves incels would use. And so I think that's where like it was just because the parallels were there. And again, I don't think it's necessary, especially if you don't want to be called that, then of course, I'm not going to call you that, but there
Yeah.
are a good amount of people that don't mind being called, that are proud incels. Like they are legitimately
Okay.
proud of it, right? And so,
Proud selves.
yeah, but like so I think that that's where, I mean, I don't even want to say think. I know that that's where those posts were coming from, because the
Mhm.
parallels of the arguments were so similar.
Mhm. Yeah. I can. I don't really know too many. Wha- too many incel gym cell points. So okay. But yeah. Also, like a lot of the comments were bringing up re- were like in reference to how old I was, how I sounded pretty young. Now you know I'm 18.
Yeah.
Um, I don't think those comments are warranted necessarily. If so, if how can I say this? If you have a problem with my IDs, then just bring up the ID you have a problem with. There's no need to mention like my age, how old I am, whatever it may be. You know.
Hmm. Now, I can agree with that. Like, I think like there, there. I'm sure you don't like the ism words, but like there are people that will say ageist or ageism. People
Okay.
basically discrediting someone because of their age, and this happens with people that are young, and it happens with
Mm,
people that are old. Right? That is that happens, right? And so I can understand being frustrated with being treated like your opinions don't matter because your age. I can understand that. But
mm,
again, I think a lot of, I'm not saying that they are right or that we should start doing this, but um, again, it's because of the points that you are making and the way that you are making them. It just seemed like you were younger, and
mm.
so I think that that's because like I do believe that I probably, when I was 18, would have thought very similar to you. Like, I'm just
Okay.
being completely honest. Like, I'm not sure if I would have been like, I really do think that through age you learn things and your ideas change, which they should, right? And so I think that that's where people are, we're drawing that line. Like the points were just because when you're older, right, you know how you felt, how you thought when you were younger, and so you're able to think, yeah, when I was 18 or whatever, I would have thought the same thing. Do you get what I'm trying to
Mm.
say there? Because like
Yeah, yeah,
people
yeah.
have that hindsight and they can look back and be like, okay, um, now does that mean that you should be completely, all of your points are invalid because of your age? No, I don't think so. But I think that
Mm.
that's why I'm glad that we had the conversation. Was that we're able to talk about that?
Yeah, and then I pretty much agree with that. I guess understandable. So the last two things real quick. So a lot of people said that I was pretty much just doing it for exposure. If it so if you actually go on my channel, you you'll see that the original video isn't actually there. It's well it was for a few reasons, but the main reason why it isn't there is because I what what will be the main reason, I guess.
Dude, okay,
It's
before you even say anything, I'll let you think about
yeah.
that, but I want to say
Mm,
there's nothing wrong with doing something for exposure. Like, I know that people will comment that. I make videos for exposure. I make videos on people. I made a video about Jillian Michaels. That's the last video that went up on my channel, right?
mm,
I was thinking if her name is in the title, maybe I'll get more views. Like that's how YouTube works. So like
mm,
saying that it's wrong to do something for exposure, I understand that there's some people that think that way, but as a content creator, I understand that that is how YouTube works. Like
mm,
if you think about Greg Doucette, he talks about it all the time. He chases clout. He doesn't care. That's what he does. Whatever. Like if
mm,
people have a problem with it, then they have a problem with it. But like I don't think that that I don't think that's a valid criticism that you should like take to heart. Like because hey man, you got my attention and I made a video about it, right? And so if
mm,
it even if it wasn't for exposure, it was an interesting enough video for me to talk about on stream. And so
mm,
I want you to feel like you shouldn't be like I can't make videos for exposure because that is what a lot of people on YouTube do, right? I do
mm.
commentary videos on about a bunch of stuff, right? People could say I do things for exposure and they'd be right. Like I do.
Yeah, yeah. I don't even think I necessarily took it down, but because I wanted to prove to people that I was doing it. I wasn't just doing it for exposure. It was more that since that was the main video on my channel with all the views, I didn't want myself to be branded
No, I can
branded that
understand
way.
that.
You get what I mean? yeah. But because people will look at my channel and then be like, oh, okay, so that's who this guy is. Oh, all right then. I don't really want to be branded as that. I want to be branded a lot more for my powerlifting content and stuff like that, right?
Yeah. Well, and I
Yeah.
think again, I think that's your choice, 100%, right? Because that is the line that you have to walk. Because if you do make content where you are being critical of people, if it doesn't go well, or even if it does, like the type of people that are going to come your way are going to be
Mm-hmm.
people that enjoy that, right? Like when I like if I there are people that make content similar to me, but they're a lot more mean, they're a lot more toxic, and I've noticed that their fan bases are the same way. And so for me,
Mm.
I don't want that. But it's like if you want to grow your channel that way, you can, but it's like you're going to have to deal with the consequences of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I just like posted a similar like hold on a sec here. The same bug's happening again. I don't know what's going on with my phone.
I can hear you, but I don't know if maybe you can't hear yourself.
No, well, I hold on a sec. I'm going to disconnect and reconnect again.
Okay.
Hold on. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Hello.
I can hear you.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so then the last point, a lot of people were saying like, oh, why, what? Hold on a sec. Why does it keep on happening, dude? Okay, so a lot of people were referring to how I was stuttering. It's literally just because I'm nervous. That's the only reason why I'm stuttering. Literally.
That's why I'm trying.
Because
I'm trying to make it so you're as least nervous as possible, because I don't want,
yeah,
obviously I don't
That's fine.
I don't want you to feel that way, but I mean I can understand that. I get that, but it's like
Mm.
at the same time, man, like when you make videos that are critical,
Mm.
like you're gonna deal with people that disagree. Trust me, I deal with it all the time, right? I make videos that are critical. But like I hope that this doesn't stop you from making any type of content or still trying to help other people, because again, you're only 18 years old. Like you have a lot of life in front of you. And who knows, maybe I'm not sitting here trying to say I taught you something, but maybe you learned something from this. And I mean, for me, that's all I want, dude.
Yeah. Well, this the it's oh my goodness, this thing keeps on happening, dude. Yeah, so that yeah.
Well, if is there anything else you want to say, man? I know that your mic's being kind of weird.
Nah, not particularly, no.
No? All right,
Mm.
man. Well, I do appreciate you coming on here. I think that
Mhm.
that is admirable and definitely not something literally no one else has ever done. So I appreciate that. Um,
It's been
and
fun, man.
oh, well, I'm glad you had a fun time, dude.
Mhm.
But dude, have a good day, man. I know it's a little bit late for you, so get some sleep.
Mhm. Yeah. All right, I'll speak to you later.
All right,
Well, hopefully I'll speak to you later.
sounds good, dude.
All right, see you.
Bye. All right. Well, that was fun. Yeah, so the whole stuttering thing, like I wasn't going to keep saying anything about it because I could tell it was obviously like he was nervous, and trust me, I do the same thing. When I get nervous, I get really sweaty. It's very embarrassing. And so I'm not trying to sit here and be like, "Oh my gosh, like like I don't know. Like for me it was I wanted to have a good conversation. Like I didn't want to like try and do like the gotcha and like, oh, like I wanted to have a conversation and hopefully explain my points of view so he understand where I was coming from. I've never done anything like that. So I don't want to say that I was nervous today, but I was like, man, I don't know how this is going to go. Normally when I do a live stream, I know, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to talk about this, and then we'll go here. This was like, I have no idea. Like this isn't just an interview, right? We're literally talking about things we disagree on. And so I wasn't sure how that was going to go. So I'm glad that so many of you guys enjoyed it. That was That was a far more mature way of handling this than others would take on the internet. Respect. It was a little pointless, but you did good. Yeah, I mean, it was. There was a lot of like talking in circles and stuff like that. But it is what it is. Like, I think that's because I was trying not to be too like rude or aggressive. You know, I didn't want him to leave and be like, oh my gosh, like that dude's a huge jerk or something, you know? But yeah, I was worried he wasn't going to come back. I'm glad he did. Yeah, I'm glad. I thought it was a pretty good conversation. It was like he just backpedaled the whole thing. Well, I think that honestly, like a big reason that he couldn't really stand on a lot of the stuff that he said was because Gymshark made that post earlier today where they literally put their money where their mouth was, and they showed a bigger dude that wasn't, you know, super jacked. And like, I know that's a lot of what he thought was what he had a problem with, which if that's the problem, I can understand that more than I can understand making fun of someone, right? Cats and Cardio, clearly he was upset about comments made about him, and he should be able to empathize with the girl on the Gymshark post. That's a good point. Oh, there's some super chats that I missed. I can definitely see both sides. The thing I don't agree with is that posting a few softer bodies is stopping anyone from getting sponsored. Yeah, I agree with that. You are so wise beyond your years. This is an impressive conversation. Thank you. R. Mars said you're a good person, John. And then we had some new Chungus members. So Takia, thank you so much. And Bridget, thank you so much. Sorry, I missed all those. Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Captain. Really appreciate that, man. Most people on the internet talk at people instead of to them. You can have opposite opinions without dunking on someone. That's the only way of changing minds. Yeah, and I think that that's important, right? Like if you actually say that you want to change someone's mind, but all you do is like try and dunk on people and make them look stupid, then you don't actually want to change minds, which is fine. Then just don't say that that's what you want to do. Big YouTuber? No, he's a smaller YouTuber. I don't really want to call him out, like not because I don't want him to get followers, but I just don't want people to go to his channel and like, you know, like be mean to him or anything like that. I don't think it's necessary really anymore. I sympathize with the stutter because it held me back for so long, especially when people would assume I was intellectually inferior. Yeah, that's why I didn't want to say anything about it. Like that's why I didn't want to like make any like I didn't want to like say anything rude about it because I feel like that's kind of just pointless. That's like there's no reason to say anything about that. Once he gets his first girlfriend, he will understand women look different from angles. I think he misses the point where if you want to be sponsored, you need to show that you have influence and how you can bring people to the brand. Yeah. It's I think it might even just come down to not really understanding sponsorships and brands. And I can understand that because it's a very, let's put on some music. I just realized this will be way better with music, you guys. But like it's a very, that stuff, if you don't actually understand it, is very confusing. But I've been doing this for years and years and years. And so like it's like second nature to me, I guess. But yeah, so I thought it was really impressive that he came on here knowing how big of a following John has. That must have been really scary. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that for sure. This just may be a misconception on what they do. I don't know much about business at that age. Yeah. Some synth. Yeah, man. My mama stutters. So do my baby cousins. There's no reason to say anything. Yeah. And I mean, it definitely seemed like a nervous thing anyways. So even if it wasn't like an actual speech impediment that he had, there's no reason to point it out and just make him more nervous. Like that's not going to help anything in anyone. It's just going to make him more nervous. And then the points are going to be harder to hear. And like, there's no reason to point it out. I feel like he thinks sponsorships are done because the brand thinks highly of the influence instead of a business deal. Well, they think highly of the influence, but they understand that with that influence, they can make money, right? Like, that is that's going to be part of it as well. My stutter gets horrible when I'm nervous in public. Yeah, I mean, I definitely... Oh, influencer. Oh, okay. They thinks highly of the influencer instead of... Okay, yeah. That's a little bit different. Oh, there were some orders too. Let me read these. Tracy, thank you so much. If you're still here. Sorry, I know that was a while ago. But yeah, if you guys didn't know, the new red shirts are out. We have them up to size 4XL. So if you want to check those out, and then we've restocked all of the other shirts and the hats. So if you want to check those out, they're up. Workforchangepodcast.com. Sorry. I'm sure he will learn that those models for brands are unrealistic to the average person. He was reading the comments and commenting while he was talking to you. Maybe he was a little distracted. Yeah, I mean, that's something that I usually... that's usually something that I tell people not to do. Like, don't read the comments of the live stream while you're on, because then you get distracted and you try and answer every single thing the person is, like, the comments are saying. And that's why, like, for the most part, no hate to you guys, but I don't look at the comments when I'm having a conversation with someone. I kind of let you guys do your own thing, and that's why I have mods, so they can make sure it doesn't get too crazy, because it's too distracting to me, because then I'm trying to listen to what he's saying, then I'm looking over here trying to, like, see what the chat... It's just too much. So that's why I just try and focus on the conversation, because you guys know I have ADD, and I'll just end up getting way too distracted. So I try not to do that too much. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying, bruh? All right. I feel like this is a little loud. I'm going to turn down just a tad. There we go. Yeah, it's like texting and having a combo. How is the music? How is it compared to my voice? Is my voice like way louder? Because that's what I want. I want the music just to be like in the background. It sounds good. Okay, I trust you guys. All right, good. Volume is perfect. Fantastic. Did I miss the discussion? Yeah, sadly you did. We talked for like an hour. Okay, so I wanted to try something new today. I'm really excited about this. This was actually the idea of the people in my Discord. So if you haven't joined my Discord, I'm telling you, check it out. It'll be linked in the description. It's seriously, like, we already have over 5,000 people in it. Like, it's super cool. So the people in my Discord, they let me know that, like, you should do reactions to transformations of people in the Discord. So that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to go into my Discord. We're going to go into the channel that is called Transformation Reactions. I'm going to look at your guys' transformations, and I'm going to react to them. I mean, it's pretty simple. There's not much else to really say there. So I'm really excited about this. So we're going to go up here. I'm going to scroll to the top. All right, so we're at the very top of it. So we got it right there. Here, let me do this real quick. Turn that out so you guys can see it. All right. Look at this. I don't know. So, okay. So, pro tip for anyone that's doing a transformation picture, okay? You always put the before on this side. The before goes here, and then the after goes here. All right? That's very important, because it looks like, well, if you're reading it like a book, it's like, oh, he gained some weight and he went to a Blue Jays game. But awesome work. To Sir COVID the 19th. Oh, man. All right, so this is from Vogt. It says left was 195 pounds. Right is 165 pounds. My heaviest was 252 pounds many years ago. Look at that, dude. You can see the abs and everything. That's pretty awesome. I love, like, how different people's faces look when they when they lose weight. I think that's pretty cool. Also, the lighting is obviously much better in this one. All right, here we go. Very nice. Again, though, you got to put the before on this side. But awesome work. Very good. Looks like you got a little bit of a tan as well. So congratulations on the tan. That obviously helps as well. Okay, here we go. Look at this one. Let's see. Is there any? Okay. I think next time we do this, I'll have to make sure that people put like stats in so we can see them. But this looks like it was probably taken at like a wedding, so I totally know how that is because one of my favorite before pictures that I use was taken at a wedding, and there's the after. There you go. Congratulations to F3G. Okay, so this is from Bree, and she says, "Hey, I'm Bree. I started watching you 11 months ago. I started my weight loss journey around 10 months ago. I had a bad relationship with food and binge eating because of childhood trauma. I was also dating a guy that told me that he only wanted to have that with me, with bigger people, and after me and him broke up, I started taking care of myself. I started on the sandwich diet, or the common sense diet, that you talked about. I love the sandwich diet, is my favorite. Yeah, I'm that chick. I lost my first 20 pounds with that. Finally got to the point where my knees don't hurt badly when I run. I jump rope around 25 pounds ago. And I finally started seeing abs the day before my 20th birthday, which was September 9th. Wow. Look at that. I'm assuming this is her right here. There you go. From 189 to 114. Killing it. That stuff's so cool, man. I remember when I one of the first places I saw like definition for me was my back. So I used to take a lot of photos like this. Just like looking at my back and being like, holy crap, you can actually see muscles. And like my traps, and the big first one that I saw was right here. So like being able to see the separation between like my neck and my whatever the collarbone, like that was a huge day for me. I was on the stair climber and I was like walking, and they had like this TV. I didn't have it on because I was just listening to music, and I could see like the reflection. And I saw my collarbone, and I was just like, what the heck? So that's really, really cool. Congratulations to, I think her name was Bree. Congratulations to Bree. All right, here we go. This is our friend Sparky in the Discords. This is him before with his cool hat. And after, absolute killing it. They're called clavicles, John. All right, whatever. Okay, it's the same thing. Oh my goodness. Look at those face gains, man. Oh. This stuff, the face gains is such a huge thing, man. Like being able to not like, I just remember like my double chin not being as pronounced was such a huge like, oh man, like little things like that. Oh, so awesome. That's crazy. Diet Prada. All right, here we go. We got 3. So August 7th, 320 pounds. May 20th, 218 pounds. September 10th, 2020. So that was the day he probably posted this. 196 pounds. Wow. That's insane. So his high weight was 320 down to 196. So he's lost over 100 pounds. That's insane. And again, like the face is my favorite. That looks like he just finished a workout too. Congratulations to Dragon Ball Z. Okay, here we go. We got another story. When my husband and I started trying for a baby, I realized I was nowhere near healthy enough to support a healthy pregnancy, let alone set a good example for my future child. So in November 2019, I started making changes for my health. While that was what inspired me to get started, I've uncovered a passion for fitness and a level of confidence I didn't know was possible for me. My heartburn, joint pain, fatigue, and a number of hormonal issues are completely gone. Down 73 pounds, and I went from barely being able to walk on the treadmill, even while holding on, and not being able to do a single push-up on my knees, to going on jogs for fun and doing push-ups on my toes. Still have some weight to lose, but I'm so comfortable and confident in the process that it doesn't even feel like work anymore. That is so look at that. Dude, that is so awesome. Are you kidding me right now? And I love the Hamilton shirt. Young, scrappy, and hungry. I see you. I see you. I love the in the same shirt before and afters. That's so dope. Oh, she has a bunch of them in the same shirt. That is so cool. And then the Hercules shirt. I think she wins best shirts so far. Dude, that is so cool. Huge congratulations to Vote Nope 2020. I don't know what that means. This is my friend Ellen. So she's always in the stream. She might be here right now. So I started at 277 pounds, now down to 202 pounds. A wee way still to go, but the goal feels like it's in sight now. Thank you, John, for always being inspiring. I have learned so much about creating a sustainable lifestyle from watching you and all the people in this Discord. Such a great community here. Wow. Look at, again, the face gains are like insane. This one's going to be kind of hard to see, but the whole that's so awesome. Congratulations, Ellen. She's from New Zealand, in case you guys were wondering. Look at this one. Oh, man. This reminds me of MySpace in 2008. That's what that looks like. She probably listened to Never Shout Never a lot. You guys remember Never Shout Never? Oh, dude. Christopher Drew. I listened to them so much. And now she listens to Bob Marley, I guess. But that's awesome. Okay, here we go. We got another story. Chelsea said, so I was the classic chubby kid growing up and was up until about last year, although I have been losing weight slowly since about 2016. My heaviest ever was 180 pounds. I'm now 120, aiming for 115, where I will maintain. I've always struggled horrendously with food, and I was never told what to eat as a kid. I'd not been told things would make me fat. I sort of accepted that I would always be like that. I dealt with a lot of binge eating, starvation, and ended up in bad health. Eventually found a happy and healthy medium, and now I'm here. I think the biggest change has been my confidence, and I would not take this journey at all. My face is different. My body is different. I love clothes. I'm just a totally different person now, and it feels great. That's so awesome. That is one of the things about losing weight that is it's so hard to put into words, is the confidence. And it's not even just I lost weight, so now I'm more confident. I really think it's more than just that. It's I accomplished this thing that I never thought I could, right? That was it for me. It was more than just, oh, I lost weight, now I'm more confident. It was I lost weight, but this has been something I never thought I would be able to do. Like she said herself, I never thought I would be able to do. And all of that too, went into it. And that's another thing that added to the confidence. And so I can totally relate to what she was saying. Oh, she has more. Okay, wait, is this the same? Oh, yeah, it's the same girl. Okay. We got more pictures. Look at that. She definitely has style. Because your boy just wears these clothes. I don't have style anymore. Wow. That's so crazy. Congratulations, Chelsea. You look awesome. All right. Wow. That's wild. 273 pounds to 232 pounds. You can just see in her, I know that this is just a snapshot, so I don't like to really do this too much, but it just looks oh, don't take this picture of me. You know what I'm saying? This before photo, it's I don't really want this photo. And then the after picture, it's yo, look at what I'm doing. I'm taking this photo myself. I love that. I love seeing those little changes. I think that's really cool. I took the last picture before donating that sweater. 60 pounds down in about 13 months. Oh my goodness. That's so, it's the dress thing is you can just see how much smaller the waist is right there. That's insane, dude. That's one thing with women. You guys can wear those tight dresses. I guess guys can wear them too, I guess. But down over 60 pounds, pant size cut in half, and stronger than I've ever been. Still have progress to make, but I'm so grateful to be where I am now. So July 2019, August 2020. Wow, that's amazing. That's cool. She has the track right here too. It goes down, you get a little bit up, and then go back down, a little bit up, goes back down. I think that's cool to be able to see as well. Like it's like being able to track it and see that it'll spike and it'll go back down like it's okay. I think that's really, 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 really awesome. Down 80 pounds, 100 pounds to go. Paranoid Pop Rocks. These names are so good. The hair was always on point though. That's so cool. Also, I don't know what you're doing. Are you streaming in there or something? You got the sound dampening guys on there? That's awesome. Oh, look at this is my man Terry. He's really active in the Discord, and I think he's learned his lesson. He'll put his after pictures on the right from now on out. That's awesome, dude. Congratulations, man. 50 pounds, dude. That's so cool. Wow, look at this one. That's wild. Jeez. That's so crazy. I love, like, one thing you notice is, like, a lot of people, like, their style changes so much when you lose weight. And it's like, it's funny because a lot of people will start dressing more like for their body type. I don't know. It's just something that I noticed. Like, you see a lot of like before and afters, and it's like before they're kind of like wearing whatever, and then the afters is like bam, style on point. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, that's so cool. I went from a pair to an hourglass in half a year. I started out an estimated highest weight of 255 pounds. Highest scale weight when I was about a month in was 240 pounds, and now I'm down to 198 pounds. I've been mostly maintaining now since I'm tall, 6'2". Wow. I'm not really an unhealthy weight anymore. Well, that's awesome. Congratulations. That's incredible. 6'2", man, too. Look at that. The face gains is insane. Like, jeez. That's crazy. Yeah, people are saying, I know, obviously, yeah, with like clothes and stuff, you have more options when you like lose the weight, but it's just cool seeing like the change, you know? All right, here we go. This is Kat. Before and after. Again, look, I'm telling you, I just said it and it's right there. Man. That's crazy. Wow. Again, the face. The face. It's so, oh, am I showing you? Yeah, I'm showing you guys. Like, that's insane to me. That's so wild. So she said, she's 5'8", 5'9", went from 207 pounds to 171 pounds after my father passed away. Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that. I started emotional eating pretty heavily. I used to be in denial for years till my mom forced me to go to a dietitian. I didn't want to go, nor did I care, but I followed through anyways. And from that point on, I've been working on my health, finally reaching my healthy weight as of last year. Well, congratulations, Kat, and I'm really sorry to hear about your father, but I'm glad that you are living a healthier life now. Oh, wow, look at this one. This is it, man. This is cool. This is a cool looking one right here, for sure. Like, you can see, this is really cool because they're all like exactly the same. Like, just seeing the change in the face, you can almost see it in, like, you can almost tell, and obviously I understand that this is, like, not the best way, but, like, you can see it in the eyes. Like, it looks like as the weight comes off, like, less tired. And, like, the little smirk, like, you can see it right here. Like, look at just, like, the little difference in his face here versus here. Like, you can just see that. You can see that confidence is very different between these two pictures. Wow. That's a really cool one. Workout Taze. Thank you for posting that one, man. Okay, here we go. At my highest weight, around 300 pounds versus me at my lowest, 190. I have another 30 pounds to lose. However, I'm just glad that I'm on the right track. Wow. This one is crazy. That looks like a different person. That looks like a different person right there. That is insane. Cat dragon. This is one, a cat dragon would be very cool if it was a real thing. But That is unbelievable. That looks like am I the only one that thinks that? That looks like a straight up different person. That is amazing. Good freaking work. Wow. Silvalicious, she's also someone from San Diego. I dropped 180 pounds all in all, 329 to 149. Been maintaining for a year and a half now. Wow, so these are the wedding photos. So we see her right here in the middle. Okay. Look at that, dude. That's crazy. The wedding ones are wild to me. That's insane. And here we go. Wow. That's so it's crazy to me. Like, I know that I'm obviously someone that has lost the same amount of weight actually, but it's when you see someone else, it's like it's crazy that you used to take up that much space, or you were in that big of a body compared to the body that you're in now. Like, wow. That's incredible. Here we go. Here's another one. That's unbelievable. Like, look how big her arm is here compared to right there. That is unbelievable. Wow. Jeez, man. That is insane. Oh my God. I don't know what my top weight was, but it was at least 420 pounds. Nice. Probably more like 440 though. Now I'm 255 pounds. And yes, I'm pretty tall. 6'7". Why is everyone so much taller than me? Oh my goodness. Sorry, I wasn't showing you guys. That is unbelievable. Dude, this also looks like a different person. This is crazy. Oh my gosh. Like, wow. The glow up on this one is unbelievable. Angelica said, oh, he cute. Angelica, calm down, all right? He might be married. Wow. That's wild. Congratulations to Magnus, man. Jeez. And 6'7". I'm jealous. Wow, look at this one. Jeez, look at the legs. Dang, girl. Look at the calves. I'm glad that you guys can't see my calves right now. Jeez. That's incredible. That's really, really cool. I decided to go for it. I'm proud of myself. Start weight was 310. Current weight is 190. Worked my butt off at the gym for 2.5 years. Only 50 more pounds to go. Oh my gosh. Dude. Oh. Like, I know what it's like when people take pictures like this, when you don't want anyone to be taking pictures of you. Oh my gosh. But then if you actually lose the weight, you're like, man, I'm glad that person took a picture of me. Wow. This is incredible. I'm really glad that we're doing this. I'm really glad that we're doing this. Wow. And the hair too. Woo. That's awesome. All right, Cats and Cardio. This is a huge supporter of the channel, so this is cool. Sneaking one in. This was actually really hard for me to post. However, I have decided to embrace this and be damn proud of the work I have done. I started this journey in December and there have been some hiccups along the way, but I'm not giving up. I found something that works for me and most importantly has completely changed my relationship with food. I have had a binge eating disorder for as long as I can remember. There were many, many times I would binge on food. I didn't even like to satisfy this compulsion. I was absolutely disgusted and full of self-hate. Food was often the only source of comfort I had in my life. Little did I know that it was killing me. I know keto is not for everyone, but for me, it changed my life. I feel amazing now, and I have not binged since I started. I truly believe that keto, in combination with therapy, is what helped me break free. It's amazing to finally feel satiated. I said it before, and I'll say it again. Deciding to lose weight / get healthy was the most body positive thing I could have ever done. My weight was absolutely holding me back. I finally am starting to love myself and love myself enough to take care of myself. I am no longer slowly killing myself with each bite. Couldn't be happier with how far I have come, and I can't wait to see how far I'll go. Wow. That's so cool. congratulations, man. This was, I love that when there's a little bit of backstory, because you're able to just like appreciate it so much more, you know, understanding where someone is at their, you know, highest or lowest, whatever you want to call it, but like understanding where someone is when they decide to actually take that step and change. I think that is really, really cool. All right. So I think that we're going to end it there. There's obviously a ton more, but I don't want to be here for like 3 hours doing this right now. But seriously, this was really cool. Congratulations to everyone. I'm going to continue doing this for sure. And if you're in the Discord and you want to be featured, again, everyone on here knows that this was going to be on the stream. So if you want to be featured, just go to the Transformation Reaction channel and you can post it there. And if you want to tell a little bit of a story, then you can do that. But wow. Oh, you guys are awesome. Congratulations, everyone. Wow. That was so cool, you guys. That was a great idea. I think it was someone in the Discord had the idea, and then I know Kiki brought it to my attention in the moderation chat. But wow, that was really, really awesome. But I have to go potty. I'll be right back, okay? So don't do anything crazy. I'm back. That felt very good. That needed to happen very bad. I was like, oh man, I was like standing here like, oh, I really got to go. That was really fun, man. I really like that. I think I'm going to name it like something like former obese man judges your transformation, or like rates your transformations. Something like that. Because I'm going to make it videos. I think I'll make it like a series or something like that. I think it'll be funny. LOL, me 24/7 because I drink so much water. Yep. It'd be like that, man. I was hoping John would see my transformation. Don't worry, I'll see it. I just don't want to. I don't want to ruin them all, man. We'll make it a thing, and we'll have a bunch of them. It'll be cool. Formerly obese man reacts to formerly overweight transformations. Dad's back. Everyone behave. Also, does anyone know if you can get in trouble for talking about your Twitch streams on a YouTube stream? Is there any rules about that? Can someone look that up? I'm just kind of curious. Should people post it more than once if you've missed it? No, don't post it more than once, because I'm not gonna be able to read them. And then I'll be like reading them twice, and that wouldn't be good. To Mr. Beast, what time did I schedule my second Gymshark Debate? We'll do it tomorrow, Captain Helmet, all right? I think you can only get in trouble for Twitch restreams. Okay, well, with that being said, hopefully I don't get in trouble for this, but if you guys, could you guys go to my Twitch channel, because I streamed on there last night, and I think I want to do streams on there every once in a while, just to kind of diversify and have, so I'm not just only on one platform. So if you guys, can you guys go there? I'm sure one of the mods will link it and just like hit the little like follow button or something like that. So that would be great, and I would really appreciate it if you guys could do that. It would be very helpful because it's fun over there, and I don't know, why not? I don't think so. I watch other YouTubers who send people to their Twitch. Yeah, I don't think it's a problem. Like, I watch other people and they have their Twitch linked in the description, and I don't think you can get in trouble for it. So, I'm not on Twitch, but I'll do it for you, John. Well, thank you. Content you stream on Twitch before you can show it on YouTube. You have to wait 24 hours, but you cannot post your entire live stream. But you can post bits and pieces after 24 hours. Really? Does it have to be after 24 hours? That's interesting. Because what I do here is I just like cut the stream down into little pieces, then I'll post them here. But I think like on Twitch it'd be more just like chill talking and like playing video games and to be like really relaxed. I probably wouldn't be streaming like the conversations and like the all the stuff that I do on like the YouTube. It'll just be different. You know what I mean? But it's just like another place, I think, that'll be kind of cool. John, how was your potty break? It was good. Found and followed. Thank you, guys. I seriously appreciate it so much. Oh, my girlfriend got her work for change gear. Cats and cardio. Now get a Streamlabs. I'm actually going to be using Stream Elements because the company that I'm working with that's going to be designing, because I'm going to get it like all designed. Like even this stream is going to have like a design. It's going to look a lot cooler than it does right now. They use Stream Elements, but they have all of the similar like things. So you'll be able to like donate through, I think, like whatever, PayPal or whatever. What games do you play? So I play like Fall Guys a lot. I play Borderlands 2 or 3 with Zach a lot. I just downloaded Rocket League, which looks fun. I just downloaded Among Us as well, which looks fun. I just need to find a bunch of people that have it. Yeah, so I mean there's a bunch of games, and then obviously Modern Warfare as well, or Warzone more particularly. But yeah, because I just play it on my PC, so I'm able to have a bunch of stuff. Rocket League is fun. I used to play. It made me super competitive. It's freaking tough. I've won Fall Guys twice. I've gotten 2 W's, baby. I don't know if Fall Guys stuff counts as playing, really. Okay, bro. Yeah, we'll see you. Let's see how many wins you have, my friend. You can't just broadcast both at the same time. So there's this thing called Restream where you can like stream at both. But if you ever become a Twitch like affiliate, you can get you're not allowed to do that anymore. So for me, I'm like, there's no reason to do it, because then if I'm streaming on both, like if I'm talking to YouTube chat and then Twitch chats, I'm like, what is he replying to? You're not able to see it. So I just feel like the quality won't be the best. Twice as much as Tim the Tap Man. Wait, did you just talk to me? I missed it. You won twice? Yeah, I won twice. Before you mentioned you don't eat dairy, and I'm just wondering why that is. I don't eat it because of acne. So yeah, for me it's acne, but then more so now because I don't want to say I've grown out of it because I'm only 27. I still definitely get it, but for me it's more how it makes me feel. Like I just don't feel super good eating much dairy. Like I'll have a little bit every once in a while, but like I would do like a bunch of whey protein and cheese and everything, and like it was just too much milk, and so for the most part I've cut it out of my diet, which I think is a good call. I'm older than you? Well, if you're older than 27, yes you are. Do you watch football, and how do you feel about the Chargers going to LA? So I used to watch football a lot, and then once they left to LA I kind of stopped. So it's just weird. Like it's weird cheering for the LA Chargers. Like I don't know. How's the no caffeine going? It's going pretty well. Today was tough. I'm not going to lie. Like my sleep schedule got really jacked up. I was I was up until 4 a.m. a few days ago because I took a nap in the middle of the day. But like, so the mornings have been better, but like this morning, oh man, I was like trying to get myself to work out. It was very tough. Like, I was just super tired. I was like, I don't feel like working out right now. Like, I'm really not feeling this. But I was able to push through and I got it done. But oof, man, that's definitely one of the things I miss the most about having caffeine is that it helps me before workouts if I'm tired. Like, it's like, okay, you drink it and you feel a little bit better. But yeah, for me. And then I know people are going to ask, the reason I'm not drinking caffeine is because, I like struggle with anxiety and stuff. I emailed about putting the wrong address for my shirt. I haven't heard anything back. I need to rep the gear. Did you send me a DM? Send me a DM on Instagram with your order number, and I'll have to look it up on the thing. But just send me a DM on Instagram. Because that, you email, I didn't see an email at all. I feel like I would have saw that. I had a quad ice mocha and I've already had my anxiety for the day. Well, there you go. You got over the anxiety for the day. I had to go back to work after a week-long birthday vacay. It's been a rough day. It's all good, Angelica. You're hanging out with us now. Now we're chilling, you know? It's all good. It's all good in the hood. Dude, this music, I feel like, makes these streams so much better. Oh, we got a new order, though. Thank you. I'll make sure I sent it to the right place as well. Awesome. Jessica just ordered. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Jessica. Coffee helps my anxiety? Dang, I wish it helped mine. It makes it worse. Oh, it's you. All right. Well, thanks. That's me. Well, thank you. You're the best. I appreciate it. Do you have any anxiety triggers? Yeah, I mean, I have a few. Like, so obviously, like, drinking coffee for me was something that, like, really was not conducive or helpful. The other thing is, like, being around alcohol or drugs gives me, like, it makes me very anxious. I don't like being around that. If you guys were here at the last stream, you'll know why, like, from my past with my mom and stuff. Those are the main ones, I would say. I am 18, trying to lose 10 pounds. Do you think I should use a calorie counter app? I love your content, by the way. Well, yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I have to go tutor my nephew so he passes 8th grade. Well, good luck. I hope he passes. My husband just asked if he could spend $140 on some shirts, so I said, sure, while you're at it, I'm going to buy something. Dang, $140 shirt. Jesus, is he getting like Gucci or something like that? Does your man bun cover your ears? I can't sleep without my hair covering my ears. No, because when I sleep, it's pushed back. So it's like back here. It's not really over my ears. I've been anxious today because I have an injection in a couple days. And last time I kind of messed it up. Now I'm anxious about them. I'm sure it'll be fine, but I understand. I understand being stressed out about that for sure. Going grocery shopping. What should I buy this week? Get a ton of vegetables. Do it. I believe in you. All right, you guys. Well, I got to get going because I actually have a podcast to film in about 15 minutes. But thank you guys all so much for hanging out. I hope you guys had fun today. It was definitely an interesting stream. There were a bunch of little different pieces to it. But it was fun. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Again, if you're here right now and you could follow me on Twitch, it would mean a lot. So if you guys could do that, seriously, I would appreciate it very much. And obviously join the Discord too and get yourself a shirt. Workforchangepodcast.com. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I really appreciated it, and this was a fun stream. Peace out, you guys. I love you guys. Have a great, fantastic, amazing day. Maybe I'll stream later on Twitch, so go follow there, and we'll hang out. Okay? I'm serious. I might do it. Like, I'm not just saying that. Like, you should go there. Okay, bye. Love you guys.